you can pick one of your 3 loudmouths you drew to make into your collage, or you can make a new one using different elements from each of your drawings. So I'm gonna go with green, and the first thing we absolutely need is to make our paper into a square. So a rectangle is basically a square with an extra rectangle. So we're gonna go ahead and fold the corner up. And you don't have to press down all the way, just enough to see where that extra rectangle is. I'm gonna go ahead and draw a line. Open it back up, and then we're gonna cut along that line. Now you may not have black paper in your art kit. I don't think black came with those colors, but if you do happen to have black paper, you can use black or choose a dark color. So now we want to make a mouth shape. So you can either sort of, what I call, eye it out and kind of take a guess. That actually worked out pretty well. It's not a perfect rectangle, so what I can do to double check my work is fold it in half, cut along each side, to make sure that it is symmetrical. You can also just take a look at your paper, draw a rectangle on it. It might end up being a little small, but if you want to do it that way, you can. You can see here, when we just draw a rectangle, is it ends up being a little bit too small. So that's why I like to put my paper on the square I'm using. That way I can get an idea of how big that mouth should be. Alright, so I have my mouth. Each of you should have gotten this paper in your kit. If you didn't, that's okay. You can go ahead and just draw the eye shapes you want, the teeth shapes you want on a white piece of paper. You will need a glue stick. So the first thing we're going to do is glue down our mouth. Okay, so now I'm going to do the tongue. You want to do the tongue before you do the teeth, because a lot of times the teeth go in front of the tongue. So again, I'm going to bring my paper over. Look at how wide the mouth is. And I'm going to go ahead and draw, kind of like the top of a heart, a big tongue shape. You can also start with an arch line, cut that out, and then make the tongue from that. It's up to you. Alright, the time has come. You can choose square teeth, round teeth, or pointy teeth. I kind of like the round teeth, so I'm going to cut those out. Now, depending on how many teeth you want, you might have to make more of your own teeth anyway, depending on how big your little loudmouth is. So now I'm going to go back in, cut these. Don't cut too close, otherwise they might fall apart. The round ones are the hardest to cut out. And it's time for the eyes. Remember, you can choose which shape eye you want, and then decide if your loudmouth's going to be looking up, down, to the side, or maybe cross-eyed. That'd be super silly. Alright, and that's it. You can choose if you want to add a bow or a bow tie. I could also use some scrap papers to make eyelashes for my loudmouth. It's up to you how you want to customize your collage, but make sure that you glue those pieces down and press, press, press to keep them from popping up.